The higher the energy, the higher the success rate. Do you believe that? Marketing has proven that several times. Leadership has proven that several times. First and foremost, let's give a big round of applause for the organizers of this year's Alim Business Congress. It is indeed an honor to be here in front of you because most of the time we view marketing as an effort of the organization to reach out for the external stakeholders there are, and that's the customers. All of us are, right? But time and again, we come to neglect a portion of that big chunk of ABC model. A stands for effective, which is my discussion for today. We also have B for behavior, and that's the kind of buying behavior we may have in the process. And you have the C, which is your cognitive aspect, okay? One of the speakers earlier on has given us a prelude that somehow the customers are not morons. We all believe that. Although not all of you would believe that our customers are also our wives, right? But I know it's just a cliche. But in reality, when we take a look at the bigger aspect of marketing, we say we connect to our audience, to our customers particularly, if they have the so-called emotional appeal, or if your brand has this emotional appeal. And that's basically true. So in the next few sessions, we'll have some coding. For the first team in there, the first group we have at the right side, whenever I would say Alim, just say business. Alim, this side please. I hope you have taken your coffee. Alim, there you go, alive. In this side, when I say business, you say Congress. Business? Business. There you go. I can hear you now. And then when I would say business in this side, you would say Congress, right? Business? Congress? All right. When I say business, again, what happens? Congress? Congress? All right. Alim? Alim? All right, now you're connected. All right, we'll have that run through every now and then. That's the clue, the code that I'm talking about. Okay, at least you're connected with me. A little bit more about the next few minutes would be a big interconnection between emotional intelligence, which you rarely hear. Okay, because in today's world, you normally would say the customers, true, are thinking customers. But again, in my prelude, I said there's a big link that we miss in there when we look at the ABC model of effectiveness. A, Alim. Alim? There you go. Business? And Congress? There you go. You're connected. All right, so the ABC model that I have mentioned a while ago, the A, effective, is the emotions that we inflict to our customers so that they will have this capability to buy again. Right? If in case the selling part is truly successful, okay? So there's this not so transactional, but it becomes more of a transformational selling point for each of us to look into. And that big idea, connecting EI on social marketing, so I use social because there is a way for us to have this social consciousness, that in most of our marketing efforts, there's always this CSR or corporate social responsibility that we're using. And as you know, corporate social responsibility is now being utilized as a form of marketing effort. We call that cost-related marketing. Whatever you do, whatever you say buy this and you'll be getting a portion of that for the poor. Right? Airline companies in the US have started to work on this model that your points or that you accumulated as you buy the product, you can convert that as a donation for those who need it the most. Go to the nearest bank. It would prompt you to somehow donate 1 dirham as you transact your own business for that day, so you can contribute something for the needy, for example. It's a form of marketing in a sense that they would want to prove to you that, hey, we're here not just a commodity. We're not just here to give you services, but we also give a portion of what we have to the poor. That resembles emotional appeal, right? So that's what it is. So why emotional intelligence in social marketing, as what we normally would ask? In the past, when I deal with EI and some other variables like leadership, which is cutting across almost all the researches in today's world, I've seen a variable, why not have EI this time as a form of study to be able to connect and see its impact when we use our marketing efforts, advertising tools, among others. And that would truly work because in the trajectory, we call it more of trends analysis, or experts in the academic would attest to the fact that we use some sort of trajectory studies, or what we call trend analysis, meta-analysis in most cases. In the past 10 years, starting off in from 2005 to 2015, I was able to see trajectories of studies that happened here and in abroad. Although we lack some studies on emotional appeal yet, but you can rarely find some of those from one continent over the other. Here's what I found. That in perceiving emotions, once you see the product in itself, the fact that you're using a lot of marketing channels, or you may say a lot of mechanism or media, to be able to put it together, the idea together. So the more visual it becomes, the more colorful it becomes, the more you capture the attention of the customers. Okay? And that resembles, again, part of the ABC model, A as affective. Okay? So we use some sort of emotions in there. The customers pick up the idea and somehow feel whether it is negative or positive. This is what the studies say. Okay?